ask me anything, and I'll help you find your way for adventuring. This could be our lucky day. Never fear, my dear, if the answer isn't plain to see. Cross around.
Hi everyone, I'm Ingrid from Polymath Bookkeeping.
Hi, and I'm Penny, the practical professional.
And we're here today with a fantastic special guest, Mariette Martinez, who's an enrolled agent.
Yay!
Mariette, Penny's got a great question for you, but before we dive into Penny's question, can you tell us what an enrolled agent is?
Yes, an enrolled agent is licensed by the U.S. Treasury Department. Basically, what that means is we're enrolled by the IRS to be able to represent our clients nationwide in the area of tax representation and tax preparation.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. So, Penny, you had a question for Mariette about how maybe you can specialize in your pie shop.
Another pie shop recently opened across town from my pie shop. I was thinking rather than going into a competition with them for the same customers, what's a better way to, maybe collaborate with them or even just independently find my own customers?
Well, I love that question. Actually, it is an area that I believe in, and it's a very hot topic for small business owners, that there's riches in the niches. That's what we're all saying. But I guess a best way of explaining it would be a great opportunity to share an experience with one of my clients. She actually also has a pie shop. It's called Barbara's Cookie Pies. And when she wanted to create her business, she also wanted to become something really unique. And so hers are cookie pies. So they're actually pies made out of cookie dough. She started really small. Now I think she has over 100 different recipes, super yummy. And then she names them with people's names too. So I believe I have one under my name. So just really unique, really special, a really nice way to connect with people. So she does it through catalogs. And of course she focuses on big holidays and corporate selling too. So she's really smart about separating her business into different divisions. So she'll do corporate sales versus online sales, and then she'll compare and see which area is doing better.
All right, those were already some really fantastic ideas. Thank you.
So, Penny, some things that you can think about within your business as far as specialization and niching are, who are your favorite clients? Which ones do you love working with? Which ones are the most loyal? And what do those people have in common?
That awareness is really growing in our community, Ingrid. And I think that's really good for all of us, for small business owners like Penny, for Ingrid and I, because with the awareness, small business owners, and more importantly, the consumers, are now creating this atmosphere and environment that they're demanding the quality. They know that there are people that can provide quality over quantity. And so they will pay for that value because they know it's out there.
Yeah, exactly. So Mariette, could you tell us a little bit about the niche that you're choosing for your business?
I found that I really loved the self-employed area, the solopreneur, or also known as the SOHO, so the small office, home office target market. So those are usually startup companies starting out of their garage, out of their home office, and a lot of times they're professional services, or they could also be in the service industry. And the big one right now that I'm really excited about is what's called the direct selling or network marketing area. Those are your people that are selling like Herbalife or Stella and Dot jewelry, or LuLaRoe dresses, which I'm wearing one right now. And so, yeah, and so that's something that I really believe is big too. And they're going to need people like Ingrid and I that want to provide quality, and we want to create awareness. And also something that I feel is really important is that when there's opportunities to also create learning platforms. So a lot of us in our industry also, if we can't serve a certain client, we're creating opportunities like Ask a Bookkeeper. Hello. So yay, that's why I really appreciate what Ask a Bookkeeper is doing, because you're providing opportunities and options and resources for some people that we can't go ahead and commit to in service. So again, my niche is that self-employed contractor, the direct sales, the network sales, but also I would say even a bigger niche that's happening now is the creating learning platform niche.
Oh,
fantastic.
Okay, yeah.
So Mariette, like you said, that niche of the self-employed contractor, the SOHOs like you like to call them, That's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which ones are your absolute favorite? How can you niche it down even further than that?
I'm starting with direct sellers, people that directly sell, and that basically there's two direct selling models that I've been learning in my research. There's the model that is completely commission based, but then you have your direct sellers like your LuLaRoe that they hold inventory, Etsy sellers as well.
Great. So direct selling, that's a really cool niche. We've
Yeah.
got actually an interesting, a similar situation at Polymath with our niche. We focus on adventure and cultural tours and activities companies. So
Oh, that is cool.
One thing that we've noticed is that there's very different needs in the tour company arena between the multi-day excursions. Hey, let's go on safari, some far off land for several days, in which case, for the most part, people are signing up in advance, paying completely in advance, versus the companies that do tours but then say also do rentals. So for example, a paddle boat rental company will do excursions and maybe classes, camps, those sorts of things, but they also rent their boats out, and oftentimes they have walk-ins and need to take people in the moment, and they're selling other things, chips, water, that sort of thing, so they might need a point of sale system. So they're very different needs within the same industry. Within niches, there's ways to drill down even more and specialize even more so that we don't have to be in competition with each other. The more we specialize, the less that we need to think about competing with other people within our industry.
Yeah, like, why should we worry about splitting up the pie when we can just make more pie?
Exactly. I want to make more pie, and I love, Ingrid, that you gave that comparison, because that's pretty much how you get your riches in the niches.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, and like we were saying, Penny, you know, in the same way that you want to find your ideal clients, the ones that are your favorites, that's what we want to do in the accounting profession too. It's not about selling our services. It's not even about marketing. Marketing is all about communication, and communication is all about real connection with real people, deeper relationships. Yeah. And if you think about how people really truly choose the products and services they want, it's based on an emotional decision. And the more we specialize, the deeper those connections are going to be.
They don't even realize they're buying into it because they're so involved in the experience that they're already in. Like, they already bought into you. They're just like waiting for you to like finish so they can say, okay, let's go for it. Let's move forward. I mean, that's the perfect experience, is that when you're done just talking, they tell you, okay, let's get started.
Absolutely right. Well, thank you so much, Mariette, for joining us today. We really, really appreciate it. And if any of our small business owners or our accounting audience wants to learn more about what you do, you've got some great educational tools online, especially your YouTube channel, which I love. Can you tell us where to find more information about you?
So you can always start at mariettemartinez.com, which includes my YouTube videos and all the blogs I've been writing for the last 7 years. But I'm going to create a new blog that's called Financially Fit Moms. And I also started a podcast as well. And you can always find me on Ask a Bookkeeper as well, and my own Facebook group, which is called Latino Small Business Owners, at Latino SBO on Facebook.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, Mariette. It was really, really great having you today.
So great to talk with you. Thanks, Mariette.
Bye.
Bye.
Never mind the ones who tell you you're too big.